Very good morning to all. I am Dr. Sandeep Panchal. Welcome to this lecture. Today, in this lecture, I am going to talk about the contingency theory in context of organizational behavior. What do we mean by contingency theory in organizational behavior? What are the characteristics of contingency theory? What are the merit or demerit of contingency theory and how it can be applied in organizational behavior. So we will talk about the contingency theory in detail. Contingency theory explains the situational factors. It emphasizes on situational factors that affect the relationship of independent and dependent variables in the organization. What does it mean? In any organization situations, there are some variables that affect the human behavior. One is independent variables and other is dependent variables. As you all know, independent variables are the cause of change in dependent variables, while dependent variables are the response affected by the independent variables. Yes, contingency theory play a significant role to understand the organizational behavior of the individuals or individual behavior in organization. Yes, it mainly focus on situational variables, situational factors. What are the situational factors that are creating change in the person? Okay, so what are the relevance of the contingency theory? Why we should study and what are the logic behind it? What are the logic? What are the rationale behind it? There is no one best way to structure a corporation and solve employee problems. It all depends on the situation. Yes, everything depends on the situation. What a person will do. That is thoroughly dependent on the situation according to this approach, according to this model. Optimal course of action is contingent. Contingent means dependent upon the internal and external situations of the organization. In other words, we can say that the contingency theory of organizational behavior explain the situational factors, emphasize on situational factors that creating the change that are the responsible for individual behavior. So that was the rationale behind contingency theory. Now we can have an example of to understand what are the independent and what are the dependent variables in a particular organization. Motivation and leadership are the just two examples of independent and dependent variables. Yes, the contingency theory, independent variables can be the motivation and leadership, while productivity, turnover, and absenteeism are the example of dependent variables. Yes, we can understand this with the examples what is the independent variable in organization and what is the dependent variable. We can change the absenteeism or productivity through motivations and leadership qualities. Okay, so this is the example of independent and dependent variables in context to the contingency theory. Fred Heidler developed a model or he initiated the contingency theory in mid 1960s. Heidler stated that there is a no one best style of leadership. A leader's effectiveness is based on situation. He thoroughly emphasizes on the situation. Situations create leadership. Feidler looked at the two key factors to develop his contingency perspective. It is leadership style and what he called situational favorableness or situational control. Everything is the in control of situation, or we can say everything is based on situation. They focus on situational factors. He developed a scale that is called least preferred co-worker scale, or in short, LPC scale. He developed LPC scale, which measures the leadership style, in which we ask to the employee, we ask to the person what uh, an employee to consider a person who they have enjoyed working with. वो किसके साथ काम करना चाहते हैं, साथ काम करके खुश रहते हैं एट वर्क प्लेस. तो इस तरह के क्वेश्चन इसमें पूछे जाते हैं. हमें इसमें मिलता है फ्रेंडली और अनफ्रेंडली रिस्पॉन्स. Persons can reveal friendly or unfriendly response to whom they have worked at workplace, whether he is hostile or supportive at the workplace. So it is the best tool to know the leadership style, who is the leader at the workplace. So he developed LPC scale to know the leadership style, which reveals the friendly, unfriendly behavior of the employees, hostile and supportive behavior of the individual. So this is very best LPC scale to consider the employees working when they are working at a workplace. Now come to the advantages of contingency theory. What are the advantages of contingency theory? It is extremely well researched by the scientists, by the Feidler itself and other researchers. So it has been widely researched by the scientists throughout the world. So that can be the advantage of this theory. It works in many situations and it can be accurately used to determine which situations are best for a leader to lead in. In another word, we can say it reveals about the situation. It is more flexible in nature. So these are the advantages of the contingency theory. Now, what will be the disadvantages of this theory? We will also know about that. It is very difficult to test empirically or difficult empirical testing while we are focusing on contingency theory. Yes, it is more reactive, not proactive. A leader may appear to his subordinate as inconsistent and insincere because of frequently changing. Individual may not be sufficient skilled to change decision and leadership styles to match different situations. So there are some disadvantages of contingency theory. We also understand the demerit of this theory. So it is very difficult to test empirically. It is more reactive, not proactive. Sometimes leader may change his behavior, or we can observe the inconsistency in his behavior because of changing frequently, because of changing situations. One situations can be different from the other one. So because of situation, the person is inconsistent in his behavior. So there are some advantages of this theory. Now come to the implication part. What are the implications of this theory? It provides solution in a specific situation. It only provides a solution for a particular situation. It also allows a macro view of the organization. It can be applied to know the macro view of the organization. Finally, it provides employees far greater discretion. So these are the implications where we can apply the contingency theory. So these are the that is all about the contingency theory. Thank you very much.